everybody and welcome back. In this video we are going to implement the cloud storage function, which is going to allow us to save a user's image into the storage bucket. So with that said, let's get into it and let's see how we can do this. So I'm going to head on over to my cloud storage service.dart file, and inside of here I am going to be now creating a function which is going to be responsible for taking an image and then saving it to storage. So with that said, let's get into it and let's see how to do it. So the first thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to create a future string as the return type for my function, and it's optional again since the saving might fail, so that's why I marked this as an optional, and I'll call it save user image to storage. And then with this I am going to open up the parameters, and for the parameters for the function I'm going to firstly get a UID passed to me. So this is going to be the user's UID as well as the file that we required to upload. So that's going to be a platform file, and that's going to be underscore file. With this I'll mark my function as an asynchronous function and I'll open it up. Now the first thing that we're going to do is that we're going to create a try catch block, and inside of the try block the first thing that I have to do is that I have to get a reference to the location at where I want to store my image. So that is going to be of type reference. I'll call it underscore ref, and I'll set that equal to our storage equals to storage.reference.child, and then the child is going to be the path from our bucket's root to wherever we want to place the file. So it's going to be images, because if you remember, if I go back to our Firebase Firestore data storage, you're going to see that we have an images folder which is going to have a users folder which will have the UID folder for the specific user, inside of which we'll have the profile image followed by its extension. So that's what we're going to replicate here as well. So I'll have images slash users, then slash, and then I'll input the UID. So that'll be $. That's how you put a variable into a string inside of Flutter. And then I'll call it UID. And then following that I'll have slash, and then I'll have profile. And then now I need to add the extension to the file name, and that is going to be dot for the extension, and then whatever the file that gets passed into us, its extension, and that can be done by adding a $. That means we're going to be adding a variable and then adding these two curly brackets, inside of which I'm going to say that it's going to be file.extension. And that's pretty much all we have to do. And now I can add a semicolon at the end, and that's all we have to do. And I'm going to do command save. So now that we have a reference, what we can do is that we can now create a task or an operation that can upload the file for us. For that, what I'll do is that I'll create a new variable which will be a type of upload task. I'll name it task, and I'll set that equal to our reference dot put file. So what this is going to do is that whatever specified address that we specified, it's going to take the file that we give it and it's going to upload that to the Firestore storage. So I'm going to send the file into there, and then after that what I'm going to do is that instead of doing underscore file, I'll do the file.path. So upload the file at the specified path, and that's pretty much all we have to do. And I forgot to do one thing, and that was that this file.path returns to us a string, and I need to, for the put file, return to it a file. So I'm going to take the file object, I'm going to create a new file object, and to the file object I'm going to copy in the file.path, and this way an instance of the file is going to be returned to us in the correct type for which the put file function requires it to be. With this, what we can do is that we can go onwards and we can say that we're going to return and await, where we're going to wait on the task to complete, and then we are going to get a result. And if I hover over, then you're going to see that we're going to get a task snapshot. So we're going to get a result, and then for the result we'll return the result dot reference dot get download URL, and this is going to return to us the URL that we require to actually have access to the file. And with this I'm going to do command save and make sure we get no errors, after which I'm going to add a print error statement inside of our catch block, and that's pretty much all we had to do. So with this, the next thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to create another function here, and this function is going to be very similar to the function that is for saving an image to storage. But in this case, we are going to be creating a function that we'll use later on to actually save images that are sent in chat into our Firebase storage. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to just go down. I'm going to create another function which is going to return a future of type string. And this function is going to be called save chat image and then to storage. And with this, I'll open it up. I'll say that it's going to get a string of type _chat. So it's going to get a string which will give us the chat ID. It's also going to give us a string which will be user ID for whatever user sent it. And then what we'll have is the actual file which we need to upload. So platform file and then _file. And then with this, I'll mark this function as an asynchronous function. And then I'll open it up. And now inside of here, the first thing that we're going to do is that we're going to have the try catch block the same way we had before. For the catch block, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to just add the print statement beforehand, just so we don't forget it. And then what I'm going to do is that I am going to create the reference to the path where we need to upload the file. So reference _ref, same way, and that is going to be equal to, and in this case, the path is going to be images /chats/ followed by the chat ID. So that's going to be _chat ID followed by $_ and then it's going to be whoever user uploaded. So that's going to be the user ID, and then to the user ID we'll add an underscore, and to that we'll add the timestamp at which the file was uploaded. So I'm going to add the $ again in the curly brackets, and inside of here I'm going to say timestamp dot now, and then from there I'm going to say dot milliseconds since epoch, and then I'm going to add the remaining curly bracket. And with this done, I am going to do a dot, and this is going to be followed by the $ file extension. So it's going to be file dot extension. So I'm just going to do _file dot extension. And with this, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add the bracket and the semicolon, and it's giving me an error for some reason. So just let me check why it is. And it says a value of type string can't be assigned to a variable of type reference. And the reason for that is because we forgot to do storage dot reference, and then for the reference we had to add the parentheses followed by a child, and then the child is going to get the path, and the path is what we specified, and then we already have the bracket and the semicolon at the end. So what does this path specify? Well, if I go back to our Firebase database, I'm going to go to storage, and then what I'm going to tell you is that we're going to go to the images folder. From there we'll have another folder which will be chats. Inside of there, similar to how we did for user folder, we'll create a folder which is going to have the ID of the chat, and then inside of there we'll place our file that needs to be uploaded, and the file name is going to be the user, and the file name is going to be the user who uploaded the file, their ID, followed by an underscore, followed by the timestamp in milliseconds since epoch after the underscore, and then we'll have the extension of the file, and that is going to be a period or a dot followed by the actual file's extension of whatever file's being uploaded, and that'll create the complete name of the file, and then we'll just have the path following that, and this is where the file is going to be uploaded. Now that this is done, it's going to be fairly similar to what we've done before. We're just going to copy the line that we had above, which is to upload a task. We create an upload task and then do the ref.put file, and then after that we'll just do the same thing where we'll just return an await statement whereby we wait for the task to complete, and then we return the result .reference.getDownload URL and do command save. So with this, our cloud storage service is now complete, and we're ready to actually utilize it inside of our application. So with this, I'm going to end this video here, and I'm going to see you guys in the next video where we're going to be actually adding a function to our database service which will actually allow us to register our user into the Firestore database. So basically write the user's information into our Firestore database. So with that, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.